How are you doing, you rascals, rapscallions, and ragamuffins? You just gotta love the English language, which, with all its quirky words. The word quirky in and of itself is pretty quirky, isn't it? You gotta love it. Anyway, hope everybody is doing well. And I hope the stream is going to work properly without too many technical hiccups. That's a bit much to ask, I know, but one can at least try to be positive in this world of negativity. Stream status bad. I don't know why. I don't know, man. Okay, there's somebody's still having an issue on Discord. I'll just fix that real quick. Oh yeah, there it is. I can see the problem. There. Should work now. Alright, and the chat box is refusing to do anything, apparently. I don't know what it takes to get this to... Just staring at it. That's what does it. Just stare at it menacingly, and it'll work. Okay. Super clear stream. That's excellent. Alrighty. You subscribe to Skull Cave for memes? Skull Cave is not active anymore, sorry. It's all on Skullnanigans. I mean, all. Basically streaming now, because I barely have time for any other videos. It's all focused on the main channel. Yes. I mean, Skullnanigans is Skull Cave. It's just updated. I just wanted to get away from the other channel because it was locked in with a multi-channel network. And networks suck. They really suck. Like, I would never recommend signing up for a network. They will rope you into auto-renewal contract, even though the original contract mentioned nothing about auto-renewal, and they will just take a chunk of your income, offering basically nothing in return, and it's a scam, essentially. Screw networks. Alright, let me see what's going on here. Okay, nothing there. Emails. Okay, that should be dealt with now. Alright. How about some video game music? Okay. I mean, sure, why not? You can have that, if this is your wish. Let's see, what do we have? What can I play that will get me a copyright strike? Actually, the remixes don't seem to trigger that generally. How about that? For a little light-hearted atmosphere, I don't know if that's loud enough, but it should be okay. Just a little in the background. In fact, that may be a little bit too loud. It's kind of hard to see just looking at the volume bars. Because, of course, I hear it at a different volume than you do. Punch dagger versus rondelle dagger. I would say rondelle. Gives you more options. It's longer. You can reach somebody's heart, like going above the collarbone. Anyway, Castlevania original soundtrack. I think I just have a couple of Symphony of the Night original sounds, or original song. Well, is it a song? Tracks? Oh, that's getting loud. Starts out so quiet and then just bum 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 bum. There we go. That should be a little better. At times Europeans are actually awake. What time is it there actually? It's evening. I know that, but I don't know the exact time. Let me actually look at the time zone map. Check out where everybody's at. So in Oslo, it's oh, okay, 8 in the evening. That's not so bad. It's in Russia, it is 9. Okay, yeah. That seems like a pretty good time that almost everybody has access to. Yeah, except Australians. Australians have boned. It's 4 in the morning in Australia right now. But, yeah. You literally cannot pick a time that works for absolutely everybody. That's an impossibility. Somebody's always sleeping. Somewhere. Yeah, I know. There's several. Russia is large enough to have several time zones. Just like Canada. We have a bunch of time zones. Would be boned to if I didn't have Saturdays off. Yeah. Tiger hook swords. I don't know. I've never tried them out. I would describe their look as a little bit gimmicky, but I have not been directly exposed to the martial arts techniques used with it, and yeah, I mean, there may be something that I'm not aware of. They seem a little crazy to me, but I mean, not super crazy. They're probably usable, but I mean, being able to hook and control the opponent's sword or weapon in general is pretty neat. But what I don't like is they don't seem as effective for striking. I mean, striking as blunt implements, yes, but I don't actually know if they're supposed to have an edge, a fully sharpened edge. But if they do, they're not going to be that great for cutting, I think. So, What, you don't know Deckard Cain? Get out. What is this? Heresy. How dare you? What else could I play? Something chill. Something nice and chill. Oh yeah, right. Quinn asked for Castlevania. Or, well, I just said, you asked for Castlevania. No, just, original sound. No, did he? No, you did ask for Castlevania. Yeah, it was not just me. I said Symphony of the Night. Oh, man. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to have coffee before doing the stream. I think I'll be doing okay. No, I don't. My brain is scrambly. No. Why must I be so dependent on the caffeine? Why? There we go. It's a little quiet. There we go. Hello from Transylvania. Mm. I'm still waiting for something that causes some sort of discourse, you know, something, an interesting topic that I can talk about and whatnot. StarCraft FPS game? That sounds pretty cool. Well, I mean, it would be cool if it wasn't cancelled, I guess. Oh, wait, do you mean the one? Oh, okay. Do you mean StarCraft, what was it called? Ghost? I think? Yeah, that's been a long time ago. Naginata versus Halberd. Which do you feel is the better weapon? I would say Halberd. I mean, accuse me of bias all you want, but my reasoning is the Halberd has more applications. You know, you've got the axe blade, you've got the kind of spear point, spear style point, you've got a hook slash spike. Is you can do a lot more with that. Naginata's just it's a sword and a stick, basically, which is of course versatile in and of itself. But I don't know. Let's put it this way: against armor, definitely Halberd, 100%. Unarmored, either. I mean, against an unarmored opponent, you could argue Naginata is better, but either will work fine. I don't have all the Symphony of the Night music neatly ordered in one place, I can tell. Maybe I'll find some of it. Where the hell is it? I have a... Oh, there we go. Yep. Got it. That should do. Let me know if it's a bit too loud. There's no reason for civilians to have flash suppressors. I disagree. Have you ever shot in, you know, less than bright conditions? Like, even if it's just a little bit dark-ish outside, that's one hell of a flash in your face. You can barely see what you're doing. On some guns, not all of them, but the Keltec SU-16 that I used to have had a gigantic muzzle flash. It was kind of absurd. That was not fun. Like, that one could have definitely used a flash suppressor. Yeah, I think I will be getting more into archery. Archery and throwing stuff and all of that. 8-bit? Are you kidding me? This is 16. 32, I mean. Brain. 32. Symphony of the Night is 32. Oh, man. This was definitely a mistake to do this without coffee. MMA fighter versus Wing Chun devotee. I I know of that guy who keeps challenging Chinese martial artists. And in some cases, you kind of have to put martial artists in quotation marks almost. And I don't know the most recent one, but he just keeps doing that. He just keeps beating those people up. Makes you feel bad sometimes. You know. No. New. Wait. Open. There we go. Boss music. Yeah. Okay, there was a super chat, wasn't there? Oh, there. Oh, two actually. Let's see. Would the Berserk sword be a great, long, broad sword? Maybe it's my sleep deprivation, but I have no idea what you mean. Sorry, I cannot make any sense of that sentence. That may just be my bad. Is this the loudener? No, thanks. No, I will not test the loudener. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. What are you discussing coffee? Seems relevant to my interests. Well, yeah, I know. I know the MMA guy has been wrecking Chinese martial artists. What the Guts Berserk sword would be classified as? A hunk of steel. It doesn't have a classification because there's nothing in history that's even remotely like that. I mean, you could call it a great sword, but it's a paddle. That's what it is. It's a steel paddle. That's my classification. Okay, a nice bearing sword. Oh, you mean? I mean, it would be a parade sword, yeah. Just something to carry around. Just be like, oh, look at me. Yes, paddle sword. Technical term. Totally, bro. Now, do you post another firearm video? Do you plan on getting more into doing those? I would like to, but I don't think I'll have the time, really, to get to the range a lot. Because that's usually driving out there and setting up and getting stuff done and driving back. It takes a little bit. And, yeah, time is the issue. I would like to do one more, at least, before the move. And then afterwards, I'll have to see exactly how does it... Nova Scotia is a little different. They have a public range system. They also have private ranges. But it might make it easier. I don't know yet. We'll see. If I don't have to spend too much time to get to and from the range, that's... might be able to do more of it. It's not super popular, though, compared to other videos. It depends on what it is. Which individual firearm. No, I'm not watching UFC. Sword metallurgy video, not really, since I'm not an expert on that topic. I mean, I've made the video with Adam, one of the local blacksmiths here, talking about steels, so you can definitely watch that, but like dedicated metallurgy video, no, I'm just not qualified for that. I don't like to dabble in things that I have no clue about, because too many people already do that. You do firearm stuff on your new property? I wish. Sadly, no. The thing is, I mean, you can technically set up a range according to the regulations and requirements, and then have it approved as an actual official range. You can do that on your property, but that's costly, and there are some neighbors that place. They're not like immediately right next to the space, but they're still around, and I'm pretty sure they would not be happy about gunshots. So I could technically do it there. The land is suitable for it. Just build a backstop. There's plenty of space. It wouldn't technically be a problem, but it would be, you know, you have to be a little considerate to other people, because it's not completely in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the guys at Blood and Iron too. Very much so, but can't be helped. When do you have to stop testing? Well, definitely August is gonna be out of the question. August is gonna be completely just full of preparations and craziness. July may already get a little iffy. I would prefer to be done with tests and such, and generally time-consuming stuff in July, ideally. But yeah, we'll see about that. Have you invited the neighbors for target practice? Well, some may be okay with that, others may not. But as said, the main issue is it would cost quite a bit to establish a proper range that meets the official requirements. So, and also, a range has to be outside of city limits, and I don't actually know exactly, you know, what's city limits, because where we'll move to, it's a pretty small community. It's not a city. I don't really know how the regulations are in particular. It may just be, well, I mean, when I think about it, you have to be away from residential dwellings a certain distance for shooting, and that distance isn't there. So it's probably not feasible either way. Oh. Okay, maybe not this one. Lead bullets in your soil. I mean, you build a backstop for that, and they end up in that backstop. So it's not really an issue. There's gonna be sand and dirt and all that. What are we talking about today? I don't know. This and that and the other. Originally I was thinking about talking about the insanity that is the internet, or rather what people do on the internet, because it's getting more and more ridiculous. As far as I see, like there seems to have been kind of an influx of non-subscriber viewers on my channel recently, and oh man, some of the comments are mind-blowingly dumb. I mean, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try not to be judgmental and all of that, but oh, sometimes the stupid hurts. It burns. But not just that, it's also all the hate and everything. Like, a number of people have talked about that in videos recently. That it's just the insanity in the comments is everybody's being judged for how they look and how they perform and etc. etc. It's just everybody's just so many people are just dicks, like ultimate dickheads on the internet, and it's wow. I mean, I feel like internet culture has just derailed into complete ridiculousness. I mean, not that it's been perfectly rational before. I mean, the internet has been known for that for a while, but I just feel like internet culture as such has been getting more and more extreme. There's all these asswipes, quite frankly, who would never say crap like that to anybody's face in real life, but they're like aggressive typing. Like, what the hell? You know, it's frustrating. Get all your neighbors' noise reducing headsets. That'll work. Yeah, non-forgiveness, and that's the other thing. Like, the slightest mistake can be a career ender, and you know, giving people the benefit of the doubt is not a thing in general. Stupid. Thank you very much, Trenton. That's a generous super chat. Last time you streamed, YouTube and several other Google services went down for my part of the country, leading me to unfortunately miss the latter half of your stream. Hopefully YouTube stays up this time. Yeah, I know. It was... Apparently YouTube had a problem with servers or something, and YouTube just croaked for a while. Like the website, and even Google search, I think, was pretty screwy. So it just crashed pretty hard in the middle of the stream. But that was last week. So it was just for a day or two. I think it was 2 days. And yeah, now it's okay. So yeah, if there was a kind of messer that was sakapatoed, what? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, reverse. Okay. Oh, I see. So if you put the edge of the messer on, you know, where the spine is, usually on the opposite side. Yeah, I mean, it would still work. I don't think it matters a whole lot because messers are not, you know, strongly curved to begin with. So I don't think it matters, really. Would not make a drastic difference. Because a lot of messers are mostly straight or straight-ish, you know. If on the Kriegsmesser, if you swap the edge, I mean, it would cleave more than slice at that point. You would use it a little bit, well, not even necessarily that differently. I don't think it would be a dramatic difference. What you could do is do tip slashes more effectively, and it would be worse at slicing, and yeah, that's about it. Well, it's the full name is horny goatweed, isn't it? So the horny YouTube isn't that bad. YouTube has gotten really bad on censorship and everything, but not that bad that you can't even say the word horny anymore. The Kriegsmesser is simply the large two-handed version. That's all. Do you heal with the Kriegsmesser, or is it more of a slicing action? You can do either. In the historical manuals, it looks like it's usually more of a hewing action. But slices are definitely used as well. Yep, war knife is the literal translation. He's correct. Wait, what? You got a chat strike for saying lasagna? That must be some kind of error, right? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, even remotely. Excited for any upcoming games this year? Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Otherwise, I'm not looking too much into games because... yeah, the old spiel. No time. I've mentioned it a number of times. Overwatch, you could get banned for saying Winnie the Pooh. Maybe it's just the Pooh? I don't know. Do you get banned for saying poop too? I don't know. Whatever. Did I miss the stripper again? You are the stripper. Can you use a wooden longsword to kill someone like a book? No, of course you can. You can kill people with a wooden stick, with a club. Yeah, certainly. Favorite historical time period? I tend to be quite interested in the Bronze Age overall. How's the injury? Still have issues with it. The issue is different now. I don't get the cramps anymore, which is very nice. And it doesn't usually hurt too much, but my range of motion is screwed now. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, you know, rotating the arm this way, I cannot reach on my back. I cannot rotate the arm properly. The range of motion is severely limited. I still don't know what the hell I did. It's been almost a year now since the problem started first, and this is where I'm at now. Sucks. How do you get your sponsors? They contact me usually. I mean, when I have more time, I try to look up particular, you know, brands and businesses, etc. Ones that are actually relevant to the channel, and contact them and ask, hey, do you want me to do a shout out for you or whatever? And most of the, like, I've only gotten a few that way, but most of the time they just contact me, and a lot of the time I'm just like, I either ignore it or I'm like, no, sorry. Not gonna do that because there's so much bullshit. It's like, why don't you know, do you want to promote our flashlights? And flashlights are not even the most ridiculous. Like, flashlights are sort of partially tangentially related to knife reviews, I guess. But there's just a lot of like horribly shitty mobile games and a bunch of random crap that just has nothing to do with what I do. So, and I try to be selective to not bother. Like if I just wanted to cash out, essentially, I would just spam you with a bunch of garbo ads in the videos, but I don't want to do that. That just sucks. I'm already really bothered by some of the mobile game sponsorships I have to do, and I just do them because I have to keep the channel going, really. I mean, even then I try to be somewhat selective. I try to not promote something that's just utter garbage. You know, stuff like Raid, for example, is actually pretty good. I played that myself for a bit, and it's surprisingly good. I say surprisingly good because I'm biased against mobile games. Yeah. World of Warplanes was pretty good. I would just hate to just wave utter garbage in your face. Would there be an advantage to making a sword out of gold? No, literally zero. It would be extremely heavy. It would be ridiculously soft. It would just be, you know, an ultimate waste. Yeah, I guess viewers in general do understand that sponsorships are needed now. Some people still get butthurt over it and expect just 100% free content with nothing. They don't like the default ads on YouTube either. They just want something for nothing. And that's not how it works. Like, free content is never 100% free. I mean, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's like you gotta spend a couple of seconds or a minute or so of your time. Well, that's not even true. You can skip most of them. So, it's not even really true, but I don't see it as a big deal, personally. Like, I've disabled ad block personally, like, a number of years ago, and if an ad comes up, oops. If an ad comes up that I don't like, or, you know, whatever, an ad in general, because who likes ads overall, I just mute it, look at something else meanwhile. If I can't skip it, I will. It's really not a big deal. But some people lose their shit when you dare to suggest that. Yeah, the YouTube Red is actually, it's pretty good. When it came up first, it was like, what? People were skeptical and everything, but I think it's actually a good idea because you get rid of all the ads, and the thing is you support everybody you watch through that. Whereas, you know, Patreon is great. It's extremely helpful. Well, it's basically a must these days for creators. But the problem for patrons is if you watch a number of channels, you can't throw money at all of them, even $1. If you watch like 50 channels and you throw $1 at each a month, that's $50 a month. That's you know, that's quite a bit of money. Let alone if you want to throw more at them. So it's hard to support every creator whose work you consume, so to speak. Whereas YouTube Red, you sign up for it and there you go. Now everybody is getting a little bit every time you watch it. Essentially. More wholesome ads. Yeah, most ads are garbage. Yeah, it's true. Definitely better than 7 mid-rolls on a 3-minute video. Oh, yeah. Some people are just crazy with that. I generally, when I do a 10-minute video, for example, I'm not comfortable really putting in, like, I would do an ad in the beginning and at the end, and even in the middle, I'm not really quite comfortable with. If it's less than 10 minutes, I will not put an ad in the middle. If it's like 12 minutes, I may put one at the 6-minute mark. So it's like, start, middle, end. And there shouldn't be more than 3. And in fact, it's basically 2, because the one at the end, you don't have to watch it all. So you have to be reasonable with how many ads you put in. Although I may be overdoing it. Like, some people tell me that, no wonder you get your ad revenue is so low. You don't put any ads in. I'm like, how much am I supposed to do? Like, how much am I supposed to bother people with that, Anyway. Yeah, you can choose where to put the ads, or you can also let YouTube do that. YouTube can also do it automatically. So. Most anticipated game of 2019, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I used the adverts, yeah. I know. It's not really good. Like, everybody's so flooded and spammed with ads. Yeah, I mean, we are used to them, we are desensitized to an extent. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. But, So when someone has an ad right mid-sentence in the video, it's their fault. If it's mid-sentence, that's most likely automatically generated by YouTube. Mid-sentence, they probably didn't pick it. That's the other thing. When I put them there, I actually scrub through and I actually pick the right moment for it. Like, ideally between sections of the video, but at least not in the middle of a sentence. I generally avoid that because that's just obnoxious, Music reminds me of Dragon Quest. It's Super Castlevania 4. So your watch time drops significantly with ads. It's hard to say. I don't think so, but it's hard to really make that connection in the analytics. Commercial break screen. We'll be back after this match. I mean, actually, they kind of do that. Kind of. I mean, the way Death Battle does it, for example, with their sponsor, they're kind of like, yeah, we'll be back after this. Sort of. And I mean, generally, sponsored integrations are kind of like that. Anyway. Oh man, it's definitely not my day today. Crappy sleep quality, as per usual. Death Battle is overrated. I think it's pretty good. Fighting with a crowbar, that would just be one of those if you absolutely have to kind of things, but if you did it deliberately against a sword, you would be torn apart. Because the crowbar is just too clunky, slow to react. It's just, yeah, unwieldy. What stops you from doing longer videos? I just make the video as long as I feel it should be. I don't like to artificially stretch it out. Sometimes I make longer videos. Most of the time I don't, because I prefer to condense things. I know that the average attention span on the internet is very, very short. Like when the watch time on a video on average is half the time, like half the length of the entire video, that's a major accomplishment. Like most people do not watch the video from start to end. The vast majority don't. Hand shock, yeah, it's another problem with a crowbar. But you probably won't even get there. Chances are you won't even connect with a damn thing, because if your opponent has an actual weapon, they will just dominate you. No, that Dark Souls run through? No. Sorry. Talking about testing rock sling. Oh yeah, slings. Yeah. I've actually been wanting to do that for a while, and in that place I will be able to. So yeah. You want to weaponize a crowbar? You'd have to turn it into something else entirely to make it effective as a weapon. So excited when you have your own workshop. Oh yeah, I will be very excited about that. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, flint knapping too. I'll be able to do that as well. How devastating would a pickaxe be against plate? I think it would be very effective if you can hit them. That's a big if. Because a pickaxe would be so slow. I mean, they're very heavy and very... yeah, well, top heavy. I mean, it depends. There are different sizes of pickaxe. The ones that I've handled are very clunky and fairly short too for a weapon. You know, as a tool, you know, they're the length they're supposed to be, but as a weapon, the problem is they're designed to drop them onto rock, basically. You're supposed to let mostly gravity do the job. And in a fight, it will just be really hard to be anywhere near fast enough against a dedicated weapon. So if you can hit them, yeah, it will be effective, but good luck hitting a competent swordsman with that thing. And by the way, thank you everybody for the super chats. I definitely appreciate that, especially on this channel, because the live streams, of course, get a lot fewer views here than they do on the main channel, and there are generally not a lot of super chats coming in. So yeah, I do appreciate everybody that is throwing in a super chat, because it does help. Certainly. A war pick, battlefield pickaxe. Sort of, yeah. Essentially. A little money to ensure live streams stay ad-free. Thank you. I mean, how ridiculous would it be to stop a live stream for a sponsor promotion? That would just be extra obnoxious, right? Thing is, I would definitely be better off doing the streams on the main channel, because on the main channel the super chats piled up quite a bit and it made a massive difference. Here it's next to nothing. The only issue is with live streams on the main channel, it does seem to affect how much the videos get promoted. There's something about the lower views on a live stream compared to a regular video kind of skew the overall stats. And the stupid thing is the fewer people watch and the less watch time you get, the less your stuff gets promoted, which turns into this vicious cycle of death and doom and decay. Yeah. So it seems to have helped to stop doing streams on the main channel. So it's better to do it here now, because there's not much discrepancy in views between my regular uploads on this channel and the and views on live stream. So yeah, it is what it is. Everything you do, you always have to think twice about, because it could hamstring you further down the line. The enemy is the algorithm. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum indeed. Back the carbine or warhammers, better if you're looking for a weapon like a pickaxe. Well, back the carbine is basically that weaponized pickaxe, more or less. Yeah, I know. I definitely agree with that. Everything being hyper commercialized sucks. Sucks big time. Very much so. More music. We need ourselves some more music. Yeah. Algorithm chases viewers. YouTubers chase the algorithm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, YouTube sucks nowadays. It's kind of broken record at this point to hear content creators talk about how shitty YouTube is now, but we have to deal with this every day, so we know how shitty it is. And you have to deal with it too, all the time. And it's shitty for the viewers as well, in a lot of ways. But there's still no alternatives, no viable ones. I've set up a BitChute so that it automatically uploads everything I upload on the main channel. And so I don't have to touch it. I don't have to put extra time into it. I'm very glad that I don't have to, because if I had to manually do everything, that would have been a giant waste of time. Because I've been on there for about a year now, I think. and the videos still get less than 100 views most of the time. Some get a little over 100, but it's pathetic. It's and it's not growing at all. So it's useless. Other platforms as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's been basically since 2016. 2016 was when shit went down really bad. I mean, YouTube had issues before that, but 2016 was really the beginning of the worst crap. Anyway, let's talk about something else. I had to combine a spectacle helm and a sugarloaf helm and ended up with a Skyrim guard helm. Oh yeah, I can see that. That's what you would get. Makes sense. Wait, it's what I just played. Another Secret of Mana, maybe? Oh no, Suikoden. That's a short one though. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Yes. Yeah, there we go. How's your day so far? Uncomfortable? I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know what it is today. Probably didn't sleep well again, and it's just kind of a. Kind of an off day. Effectiveness of rapiers on a battlefield. None. They were never used on battlefields. Rapier is an exclusive civilian weapon. I mean, there were military swords that are, you know, somewhat similar to rapiers, but rapiers as such were never battlefield weapons. Civilian dueling only. Yep. Yeah, I know. Mordhau has a freaking kite shield and rapier. Insane. Would armored knights specifically seek out other armored opponents? Yeah. Basically, the nobles were just eager to get at each other to prove themselves and also to, well, capture enemy knights because the ransom would pay quite nicely. And so they might just, you know, just trample the commoners or just try to get past them because they really weren't interested in them. But the commoners were much more likely to die because nobody ransomed them. They weren't worth anything. They didn't have wealthy families to pay for them. So, yeah, they would be much more likely to be killed, whereas knights would be, you know, they would attempt to capture each other. So just, you know, knock each other down or, you know, disable them without serious, terrible injury, and then, you know, capture and get paid. Do you like Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Who didn't? It's a classic for a reason. Preference between Billhook and the Gisam. I may have to say Gisam. It depends on the individual shape, though, because there's quite a bit of variation, you know, within those categories. If Canada entered wartime and issued a draft, which sword would you take on your deployment? Sorry, but I'm not stupid. I'm taking a rifle. I'm not gonna be the idiot dragging, you know, taking a sword to a gunfight. No. Nope. Not gonna happen, bro. Like, if I was feeling frivolous, I might be carrying one of those Angus trim tactical swords, one of the short ones, just so I can say I took a sword into battle. But yeah, that would be pure insanity. If it was an old-fashioned battle with swords and armor, longsword is just what I've practiced with the most. So I would get the most protective armor I can deal with, because you have to train to be able to move effectively in plate. So plate might be a little much, but I would like to just, you know, armor up as much as I can and use a longsword. First of all, dodge that draft. Yeah, that's the real answer. Oh, the Scot who took his claymore in World War II. Yeah, that crazy bastard. And he even had some success, but there's always exceptional cases. What made you want to buy the Ranger Sela? I like bullpups. I have bullpups are my weakness, or one of my weaknesses, and I really like the idea of a bullpup shotgun. And this one, yeah, it just caught my eye. Churchill channeled his inner mad lad. Yeah, he sure did. He was mad as hell. Didn't he have the nickname Mad Dog, or am I confusing it with somebody else? Oh yeah, bagpipes should definitely violate the Geneva Conventions. It's bagpipes for hours and hours will just drive you insane. I know that from first-hand experience. Mad Jack, yes, not Mad Dog. Mad Jack, right? Mad Dog is in Contra, isn't he? Yeah. Yes, Mad Jack Churchill. Bagpipe flashbacks. Yeah, you have phantom bagpipes for days after. Let me tell you that. Yeah, no, it was not a two-handed claymore. Like, claymore is not technically the correct word for that. But yeah, basket hilt broadsword. That's what he had. You're a cat or dog person, or just person? Just person, really? Guilty Gear music, I think I do. Pretty sure I have something. Question is, can I find it? Yeah, there's one. Streamlabs link leads to disabled page. Oh, it does. That's good to know. Let me check that out. What's going on? Why is that disabled? Yeah, you're right. What? Why though? Yeah, I gotta fix that afterwards. I don't have the mental alertness to do that while I'm babbling about things. Super doesn't sound like Guilty Gear. Yeah. Some remixes change the music so substantially that you can't really even recognize it anymore. Yeah, I agree. I mean, YouTube, from what I understand, YouTube takes 30% of everything. It's just on the ad revenue, you don't see it because they just display the amount that you get after they took their cut. And then I have to pay almost 30% income tax on it. Yay. Fun times. Have you ever played Guilty Gear? Yes, I have. Not extensively, but I have played it before. What are you most excited to do in the new house? Everything. I don't know. Tinkering in the workshop, probably. Although, actually, one of the things that really excited me is just being able to do sword practice, solo drills inside. Having the space for that, that's awesome. Patreon is without a doubt the better way to support the channel. Yeah, without a doubt. But, I mean, Super Chat works too. And it definitely helps. Yep, still Zelda music going on. Good old Ocarina of Time. Would you buy an opener if it were the size as your Kriegsmesser when it's open? No. No, I would not. What tools do you want to put in the workshop? Definitely a proper full-size belt sander. Various saws. Table saw would be good. I would kind of like a lathe. I just don't know if I want to... Yeah, kind of pricey. I mean, if I can find an affordable one, then I would be interested. Actually, let's do this classic. Good old Song of Storms. No, not Song of Storms. Windmill Waltz. Song of Storms is different. Yeah, I do have expensive taste in tools, that's true. I'm definitely not going to get that in the beginning. I'm going to start out a little bit more modest. Oh yeah, you can do a lot of things with a lathe. It's pretty awesome. Yes, yes, you need to just keep hammering the fully finished sword with a hammer. That makes sense. So silly. Like, even as a video game designer who has zero clue about blacksmithing, it should occur to you that just hammering on a fully finished sword is ridiculous and pointless. Like, come on. Come on, guys. At least give the blacksmith a blank. Just an unfinished blade to beat on. Like... Yeah, you have to. You have to force the magics into the blade with the hammer. Indeed. Well, if it was a bronze sword, then yeah, you could be hammering the edge, but otherwise, not so much. Yeah, suspiciously Scottish dwarves, that's what they all are. Welsh drow. A Cockney elf. Can you imagine that? How ridiculous that would be? Elves are too flimsy to blacksmith. That's speciesist. Elves will have a Liverpool accent. Yeah, probably. Dragon Age? Cockney elves? Huh. Don't remember that. It's usually the humans who get the Cockney accent. Yeah, rogues. The Dark Elves in Skyrim? No, they don't have Cockney accents. I don't think so. Deep Rock Galactic? Yeah, I've seen it. I've never tried it, but looks kind of neat. Been watching the channel since the glow-in-the-dark arrows with the compound bow. Whoa, that's forever ago. That feels like a very long time ago. That was what, 2012? I think. No, I think it was 2012. Pfft. Awesome. Glad to have you on board for so long. I think I'm gonna have to take a nap like an old man soon. That's just sad. What are you doing? My microphone is assaulting me. Sorry, guys. It's still doing it. There. Tighten that bitch. Yeah. No, it doesn't have a battery. It's a USB microphone hooked up to the computer. And the stand just decided to poke me a little bit. What else do we have? Oh, I should have called this Lethargic Bullshit Stream. In fact, I'm just gonna rename it now. Lethargic Braindead Bullshit Stream. There. No, it's more accurate. USB microphone, all audio files get triggered. Yeah, I don't know what the issue with that is. The Blue Yeti has amazing audio quality, so the audio snobs can just get bent. I mean, yeah, XLR is where it's at, but I mean, hooking up an XLR mic to the computer, that's it's not great. Like, how do you live stream with an XLR mic? I mean, yeah, you could. Ideally, you would connect to the camera, and then the camera hooks up to the computer to stream, but. Actually, I'm doing this song a disservice. This needs to be way louder, because it's awesome. Live stream with no main topics time. Can we talk about religion and politics again? If you insist. 300% bass. Or bass. Right, yeah, right. Sometimes I keep saying bass like the fish. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, audio snobs that only use $1,000 plus microphones. It's ridiculous. I mean, most people won't even be able to tell a difference. Like, for YouTube, Blue Yeti is perfectly fine. It's like anybody who complains about that is just a snob. Like, that's all you need. Crank it up some more. More. Yes. Now we're talking. Your politics bore me. Your boredom politics me. Brother cannot tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. Lies. Absolute lies. The only one who says they can't tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS has never seen 60 FPS. Bunch of console peasants. If you see that side by side, you recognize it instantly. I mean, I will say, in my own videos, because I always do 60 FPS. 60 FPS to me is standard. And when I see 30, I'm like, what? Something is wrong. What the hell is happening? This doesn't look right. I'm so far removed from politics, I feel bad. I'm not sure you have to, really. Because it's not like you're missing out. The idealists will tell you that, but you have to be involved in politics because politics are everything. They decide your everyday life and blah and everything. Yeah, which is true. But there's also so much bullshit. And a lot of people participate in this very half-assed way where they have political opinions that are completely misinformed and they have basically no freaking clue what they're talking about, but they still insist that they are right. So in that case, you're better off not participating, frankly. And I'm, the boat that I'm in is basically, I know that I don't know enough about politics to really engage in a lot of debate. Like, I probably know more than a lot of dumb mofos that I've seen on the internet rant about politics, but I'm aware of my knowledge gap. There's plenty of things I don't know about politics, so I have no place ranting about it. I mean, I can rant about it, but then I need to make clear that it's a rant. And it's not sophisticated. I'm not well informed, Basically, the way I do it now these days is every political statement that somebody makes, my instant reaction is probably bullshit. Because every time I do check something, if I see a suspicious, or any statement really somebody makes, especially about the political opposition, and I check the sources, 9 times out of 10, it's false. It's just lies, misinformation, and deliberate bullshitting. That's what it is. And you have to, every time you see anything, including the news, especially the news, you have to basically assume that it's going to be at least 50% inaccurate. Until you've confirmed it separately by doing your own research, you have to basically assume that it's likely garbage, or at least partial garbage. Sad, but is what it is. Accepting that you're wrong or could possibly be wrong is a fate worse than death for some people. Yeah. And I recently read something about a study that found that people who are on the extreme ends of the spectrum, radical left or right, have a harder time thinking about their own thinking, considering the possibility that they're wrong. They're far less capable than more moderate people to actually even consider for a moment that they might be wrong. That's why they're radical. They think they know it all. They think they are right about everything. But they are completely clueless. And they're full of shit. That's why they're radical. Or fundamentalist, I guess you could say. The radical left has power, though. That's what's scary. The radical right has plenty of power. Like, that's an issue on either side. Maybe the left is a little better at controlling the message in media currently, but that can shift anytime. Why is Nova Scotia called Nova Scotia? Is it like Old Scotia? It looks a lot like Scotland in parts of it. I don't know if that's the reason. And suggestions for VR games? Right now? Play Blatant Sorcery, I'd say. What was the other one? There's one that I still want to make a gameplay video of at some point. Don't remember the name. I actually gotta look that up. Yeah, same in as far as religion is concerned. Yeah, I totally agree. Radical fundamentalists just completely exclude the possibility of being wrong on anything. Let's see. What was it called again? Huh? Aeon. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out Aeon. So it's Aeon. It's pretty good. It's a lot like Super Hot, except it has good graphics. Oh, and I can also recommend playing Elite Dangerous, especially with flight stick and everything. Flight stick and what's it called? Voice. No wait. What's it called again? Voice attack. That you can actually give vocal commands, like, you know, landing gear or whatever. Pretty neat. Radical centrist. Yeah, that can be a problem. People who are just like insist on, yeah, but everybody is right. No. Pathological fence sitters. Like, it's good to. I always advocate for looking at an issue from different perspectives and taking, you know, opposition into consideration, and you know, trying to see things from their perspective as well. But you can overdo everything. You can absolutely go to the extreme of, yeah, well, you can't criticize anybody. They all have valid points and they're all right in their own way. I don't know if you can call that radical centrist, because radical and centrist is those are mutually exclusive terms technically, but some people will overdo it. I'll say that. Them peoples be crazy, you know. How big is your new property? Is it forested? It is almost, it's just under 15 acres, and it is mostly forested. The cleared area is like half an acre. It's kind of crazy, actually. Most of it you don't see. So I'll probably clear out a bit more. I don't know yet exactly what I want to do. We'll see. Oh, the house hunting has been, well, completed successfully, basically. At this point, um, there's one issue being currently sorted out with the septic system that needs to be repaired slash replaced, but the seller is going to take care of that. But yeah, the offer is accepted. We've done all the paperwork and everything. It's all good. So you can do tree chopping test. Yes, absolutely. And I've already seen there were a number of dead trees that I can take care of, and I'll probably chop down a few as well to clear out more space. What do you expect to be living in a new house in September? The move is planned for early September. I mean, leaving here early September. The the drive, like driving across, is gonna take almost 2 weeks. It's pretty crazy. It's an absurd distance. So it's gonna take us at least 10 days of driving. So it's gonna be a bit of a transit period, and then so mid late September, something like that, should be in the house. I have mixed feelings about the drive, because on the one hand it's going to be really tedious, like hours upon hours. Like it's 60 hours total drive, and that's from Tawasin, which is the ferry terminal on Vancouver. We have to get there first, so it's going to be even more than that. It's going to be like 65-ish probably. Well, not that long. 60, I don't know, 3, something like that. So it's going to be tiring and tedious and everything, but at the same time, it's also going to be amazing to drive across all of Canada and see all the different landscapes and, you know, different provinces. How's the climate different from where you live now? It's not going to be as mild. There's going to be actual snow in winter. It's going to get down to like -10, -15 degrees Celsius. Things like that. Nope, no ferry needed. Nova Scotia is actually a peninsula. It's not an island. Entire coast-to-coast drive. Yep, it's something for sure. We looked at all the available options, and that's by far the most affordable. Just U-Haul truck, rent that, drive over. It's more affordable than any other option. But it's one hell of a drive. That's for sure. Road trip vacation. Well, it would be nice, but the thing is, the entire trip is already this stupidly long. If we stopped for, vacation activity, that's gonna be even longer. It's gonna be like a full 2 weeks or whatever. Plus, there's a maximum time you can rent a U-Haul truck. I think was it 12 days total? I think, if I remember correctly. So we can't dilly dally too much. It's another one of those words. Dilly dally. Fantastic word. Lollygagging. How many kilometers are we talking here? I think. How many was it exactly? Let me double check that. Quite a few thousand. I think it was somewhere around 5,000. It might have been more. Let me check here. It is. Oh yeah, 5,000 was pretty close. It's about 5,500. So it's a bit of a distance. Yeah, we're definitely going to avoid going through the US. What? Okay, whatever. I've never seen any of that, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Almost twice the length of Norway, yeah. Compared to European distances, it's pretty insane. It's a bit more space overall. Oh, what was it again? We looked up how far that would get us within Europe. What was it again? From
Portugal to Kazakhstan.
From Portugal to Kazakhstan. So yeah, that's quite a distance. Oh yeah, it is going to be pretty awesome. How's the internet connection there? Just basically the same speed as I'm getting here. Except if I go with Bell, I could get a very high speed fiber connection. seems to be an option, but seems like Bell does not do customer service. Everybody says that their customer service is horrible / non-existent. Anyway, I don't think I'll make it to 2 hours this time. I may have to take an old man nap or something. Sorry, guys. It's not my day. So yeah, thanks for showing up and hanging out and having a chat. Thanks for all the super chats, and hope you're having a good weekend. We'll see you next time.